Happy Friday, everybody. It is 5 o'clock here, and I know it's Friday because I looked on my calendar, and also my probiotic pack is out and it ends on Friday, so little victories. So today I am going to be doing a cocktail that also combines a couple of requests that I've gotten from some of my friends. My friend Simran wanted something with Bubbly, a champagne cocktail. We will be using Cava today, but close enough. And then Karen requested we do a Kentucky cocktail called the Seelbach. Now the Seelbach is a bourbon cocktail. It also has champagne, so it has two of my favorite things in it. It also has Cointreau. So we are going to start out with an ounce of bourbon. Today we are going to be using Old Forester. I have the 1910. It's a little fancy, but you know, it's what I have as far as Old Forester goes, and that would be a lot of what would be available around the time of 1917 when this cocktail was actually first on the books. Now, the reason why we know about it today, and remember we're gonna do 1 ounce of the bourbon into a mixing glass. The reason we know about it today is because the Seelbach Hotel in downtown Louisville, which is a gorgeous old hotel, it's very like kind of Gatsby-esque without like all of the murder and excess and all of the bad things about Gatsby. Like the champagne-y, nice, pretty, rich things about Gatsby. And so that hotel is still there today. And then we're gonna go ahead and do a 1/2 ounce of Cointreau orange liqueur. And so in 1995, one of their bartenders, Adam Sager, decided he wanted to create a cocktail that was especially for that hotel. And he started going back through all of the books and the publications, and they had some of the recipes in the hotel, and he found this particular one. And he said, you know, this is gonna be our Seelbach signature cocktail. And that is how it has come back around. So we've already put 1 ounce of bourbon in here. 1910 is 93 proof. I always say do at least 90 proof when you're doing a cocktail. Like things like a Basil Hayden really aren't gonna stand up to the other ingredients in your cocktail. So 90 proof is always a good baseline. You can ratchet it up to 100 or even more, barrel proof or whatever if you really want to, but it's gonna be a little bit boozier. But 90 proof at least is gonna hold up a little better in your cocktail. Then we have a 1/2 ounce of our Cointreau. And then this is also a bitters heavy cocktail. So we're going to be doing equal parts of Peychaud's and Angostura bitters. So the original cocktail calls for 7 dashes of each, which is 14 dashes of bitters, which I feel like is a lot. It can get a little too like in it. So I'm gonna be doing 3 and 3. So I'm gonna do 3 dashes of Angostura bitters. And my friend Friana asked me, she said, what is a dash? I don't know what that means. I need an actual measurement. And so long story short is that 41-ish dashes, according to the Angostura company, makes up an ounce. And so if you take an ounce, which is about 6 teaspoons, you do all the math, it comes out to between 1/7 and 1/8 of a teaspoon. I just kind of do 1, 2, 3. For a dash, so which means I also have to do a little more in here. But you can, if you want to use a little teaspoon, you can do a little halvesy of this 1/4 teaspoon. It's very cute. It's an octopus, or is it a squid? I think it's a squid. Actually, it's a squid, not an octopus. It's very cute though. Thanks, World Market. And then my Peychaud's, I'm going to be doing. So this one, I broke the little top off of. So a dash is about one of these suckers full. And again, labels, very important. So then what we're gonna do is our normal mixing. In our mixing glass, we're going to add some ice. And yes, my hands are very clean, and plus I'm only gonna drink it, so it doesn't matter. So yeah, so another thing with, so excited about my big bar spoon. Oh, it's so much easier. When you're stirring in your mixing glass, make sure to do it gently, because I definitely have been the one before who's been like just like really agitating it. And you want to make sure it's as smooth and quiet as possible, because you want to treat your drink like a lady. Treat her nicely. Oh yeah. Keep on stirring. It's beautiful. So nice. I thought I'd put on like nice earrings and maybe a red lip today because I was like, how else will I know it's Friday? Not that I have anywhere else to go except for like over there on my couch or maybe on my roof because it's nice today. We'll see. We'll see where the night takes me. Who knows? Might get a little crazy. So then what we are going to do is we are going to strain into a champagne flute. You can also use a coupe. My coupes are really tiny, like per my, my whiskey sour episode. So strain the mixture into your champagne flute. And there we go. So you're gonna have about this much of the actual cocktail piece. And then we are going to top it off with one of my favorite things in the whole wide world, which is sparkling wine. So the actual recipe calls for champagne. And normally if you get it in Louisville, if you do get it at the Seelbach Hotel, for example, you're gonna get it with Corbel, which is owned by the Brown Forman family, which is why I was also using Old Forester. Brown Forman, love them. Oh, this is not Brown Forman. This is a cava, but this is Brown Forman. So pretend that was Corbel. But for me, Corbel is a little bit too, it's a little buttery. Champagne's a little bit buttery for me because that's all Chardonnay grapes. And so I prefer a cava because it's super, super dry. And I feel like it imparts a really nice crispness. This is Navarre. And plus I want to drink cava right now because I think I'm gonna have to cancel my trip to Spain at the end of May. So Vino España 2020 is dead. I'm horribly, it's like literally, it's so depressing. So, and then what we're gonna do is we're gonna top this off and we're gonna garnish it with a super long orange peel. I actually had a couple to show you guys. This one is a blood orange peel. This one is a regular one. And this one is the short one. So the way that I like to do these, it's actually not that hard to do. It's kind of a pain. And then we're just gonna kind of let that sucker go in there. It's a little bit of a pain to do, but you just slice an orange in half and then you take a knife, a really sharp knife, and I'm gonna use the end of my bar spoon to shove this down. I think I might have put too much champagne and cava in there. Whatever. Normally it looks cooler than that, but this looks actually pretty cool. But there we are, a Seelbach. Think of it as fortified champagne, whiskey fortified champagne, whiskey fortified cava. I'm sorry, Catalunya, I do love you. Cheers.